A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Learn stuff about the internet with me. Hello, I'm Compy, and I'm the host of Windscribe's The ABCs of the Internet. In this video, I'll be showing you a bunch of super important internet-related terms, one for each letter of the English alphabet, from ad blocking to zero-day attack. Ready? Let's go!
A.
Ad blocking is when you use a computer program, like Windscribe, to stop those pesky ads from showing up whenever you visit a website. Ads are like greedy little goblins. There's lots and lots of them. They're really noisy. And if you're not careful, they'll gobble up all your data. Ads can also tag along with some nasty friends, called trackers. These guys spy on your browsing habits and then report back to their masters. And let me tell you, some of those guys are pretty shady. So, if you want to keep those goblins away, just use an ad blocker. B. The internet is a magical place, but there's still a whole bunch of dangers out there. Blocklist can help keep you safe from online scams, malware, and other nasty things that can really mess up your day. A lot of cybersecurity services, including Windscribe and Control-D, come with their own special blocklist that can help keep you all safe and snug when you're surfing the web. So, say no to the bad guys with a blocklist. Censorship on the internet is when access to websites and information is suppressed based on, ideological and or political objections. The internet is a pretty awesome place, and everyone should be able to access it all, no matter what the big mean governments say. So to all those dumb, smelly dictators around the world who are so scared of all the mean things that people say about them on the internet, all I gotta say is...
E.
DNS, which stands for Domain Name System, is like a phone book for the internet. It takes the domain name that you type in and connects it to the right IP address. Most of the time, your internet comes with its own default DNS that doesn't need any setup. Some people like their phone book to come with all kinds of super awesome features, and there are indeed a ton of cool DNS services out there. So, if you also want a sweet upgrade for your DNS, check out Control-D. I gotta tell you, it's pretty cool.
A.
Encryption is a way to take data and scramble it all up so that no one can tell what it is, unless they have the super secret encryption key to unscramble it. There's a lot of nasty data pirates sailing the web, waiting to pounce on unsecured ships and steal their booty. They can do all sorts of bad stuff with your data, like blackmail you, fake your identity, or even just sell it to their creepy friends. That's why encryption is super important. So, if you want to stay safe from those pirates, just make sure you use an encrypted service, like Windscribe.
F.
Is a swear word that means... Well, I can't tell you that. It's pretty dirty. Is one of the best words ever, though. You can use it for anything. Like this. This It's There's a lot of other words with in them, and they're all awesome. Like wit, dumb chuckle head, and Jeff Bezos.
G.
GPS tracking is the name given to location surveillance using a global positioning system. Skynet, the network of satellites around Earth, communicates with GPS devices to gather location, direction, and other info based on your movement. Lots of everyday modern stuff, including your phone, your car, and possibly your fridge, have a built-in GPS antenna, so almost everyone's movements are constantly being tracked, which will be super handy when the singularity strikes. By the way, you can spoof your GPS location with Windscribe on your Android device. Just saying.
H.
Activism, a smooshing up of hack and activism, is when hackers have political or social goals instead of just making a bunch of money. The methods that hacktivists use can be very different. Sometimes they involve things like DDoS attacks or putting messages up on websites where people will see them, and other times it's about undoing restrictions put in place by a nasty government. Windscribe has and will continue to work with hacktivists in the name of a free internet because we do not forgive, we do not forget. We have cookies and winter is coming, I guess.
I.
Incognito mode is a feature made famous by Google Chrome and has been used by lots of embarrassed internet users that don't want other people that use their computer to see their browser history. The thing is, it only stops information from being stored on a device being used, and doesn't stop others from tracking it on the internet itself, which is about as incognito as 3 raccoons in a trench coat. If you really want to be incognito on the internet, you're going to need a VPN, like Windscribe. A VPN actually masks your IP address and browsing information from all kinds of prying eyes, all while blocking ads and trackers silently in the background, turning you into a regular Sam Fisher.
J.
GIF, which stands for... Wait, hang on, guys. I think there's been a mistake here. Yeah, this one actually begins with G. Okay, but how am I supposed to pronounce it?
It doesn't matter.
What do you mean it doesn't matter? We're doing the alphabet. I know this costs a lot of money. Alright, fine. GIF, which definitely begins with a J and not a G, somehow stands for Graphics Interchange Format. It's a type of image file most commonly used for moving images. Like, I don't know, a GIF of a gentle ginger giant named Jeff working out at the local gym. Happy? In VPN terms, a kill switch is a really aggressive sounding feature that will block your internet access in the event that your VPN connection goes down. It's designed to protect your data from accidentally leaking, but it does leave a tiny window between the VPN connection dropping and the kill switch engaging, where data can potentially leak. Windscribe though doesn't use a kill switch, it's got a firewall instead, which completely blocks all the connections outside the VPN tunnel. No way your data's sneaking through that.
L.
Logging is the process of cutting down trees to make lumber and eventually toilet paper. It's also the process of tracking and storing user information by digital services. Some of these guys are dedicated to logging user information to improve their service, but others, like VPNs, are supposed to stop users' data from being logged altogether. A lot of VPNs are real shady themselves and will just log your information for their own use. Some VPNs, though, like Windscribe, still believe in, principles, and that's why we have an ironclad no logging policy. You should check it out.
M.
Multi-factor authentication is a login process that uses at least 2 different ways of proving that you are who you are. Usually, you need to create a username and password and maybe a PIN number to log into a service. Unfortunately, people kinda suck at making secure passwords. Come on, you guys, this is embarrassing. So, it's best to use other things alongside them for maximum security. These could include an app on your smartphone that creates a temporary login code, or a fingerprint or facial recognition scan. Improve your account security today by adding multi-factor authentication. And for the love of all that is sacred, please change your password. Network security is the general term for the prevention, detection, and monitoring methods used to keep a computer network safe from misuse and abuse. Firewalls, network security. Multi-factor authentication, network security. Hiring armed mercenaries to guard your server room, a little scary, but yep, network security. If you're not already taking steps to handle your network security, then there's no time like the present. There are a ton of programs and services out there that specialize in network security, like Windscribe and Control-D. Definitely check them out. Open source is when the entirety of a piece of software's source code is made available to the public or purchasers for all to see and possibly modify for themselves. A lot of licenses also let users redistribute their modified code however they want. Open source software has a lot of benefits, like the trust that comes with transparency. If you can see the code, you don't have to worry about whether the developers have sneaked in spyware to do something shady, like, recording your snoring and streaming it on Spotify. So remember, if a piece of software is open source, like Windscribe, it gets bonus points for trustworthiness.
P.
In VPN terms, a porn blocker is a feature that, you guessed it, blocks porn from showing up on the device that you're using. At Windscribe, we don't kink shame, but we do recognize that lots of people don't like or want to see porn. That's why porn blocking features exist on services like Control-D. There are lots of great reasons to block porn on a device. If there are children using that device, the user is struggling with addiction, or you just don't want to get in trouble at work. Or hey, maybe you're just all penised out and need a break from video titles like Actually, wait, don't block that one. That's an anti-littering campaign. Monster cans destroy youth parks. Yeah, we were all thinking it.
Q.
Quality management isn't just some marketing buzzword. It's key to making sure your VPN app isn't leakier than a BP oil rig. At Windscribe, quality management happens at all stages of development and continues after release. It covers stuff like code review, QA testing, and user feedback. When combined together, all of this helps us make sure that we're not the digital equivalent of a piece of Swiss cheese when it comes to keeping you safe, and that we're providing our users with the quality that they expect. So remember, if you want a VPN you can trust, you need one with excellent quality management, like Windscribe. Someone should tell Nord about this.
R.
Rule 34. If it exists, there is porn of it. Thanks to cutting-edge AI image generation, some of that stuff is top quality, and there's no shame at all in clicking that link. Haha, you fool! You've fallen for my clever trap, and now you are at the mercy of my ransomware. I'm just kidding. But seriously, ransomware is no joke. The way it works is pretty simple. The user is tricked into opening a file that encrypts or locks them out of their own data, then are told to pay a ransom to get it back. Luckily, there are lots of ways to protect yourself from ransomware, including using Windscribe or Control-D.
S.
Split tunneling is a VPN feature that lets you choose what parts of your internet go through the VPN tunnel and what goes through your regular internet. Split tunneling can come in handy with certain apps that might not work so great with a VPN by allowing you to exclude them from the VPN tunnel. With Windscribe, this is called exclusive split tunneling. On the other hand, inclusive split tunneling lets you choose what stuff you send through the VPN tunnel, with everything else defaulting to your normal internet. But we can't think of any reason why you might want to send a specific app through the VPN tunnel. Nope, none at all.
T.
TLS, which stands for Transport Layer Security, is a popular encryption protocol used on the internet. The most common use is HTTPS, that thing at the beginning of most website addresses, which means that TLS is encrypting your communications. It's kind of like the old days before texting, when you'd pass notes around in class. If the wrong person got a hold of it, that was the worst. But by creating your own secret code between friends, you can make sure that even if the class bully tried to read your message, they wouldn't even see the real thing. So remember, TLS and other encryption protocols, they're your friends.
U.
Hey, you. Yeah, over here. Shh. Gotta be careful. They're always watching. You understand? We're all under surveillance all the time. And if we're not careful, they'll...
NSA, get down on the ground!
No. Okay, we don't have time. You have to look up Prism and X key score. It's all out there. Now run!
We apologize for the interruption to our regular programming. U is for, under no circumstances, should you question the government. Thank you for your time.
V.
VPN, which stands for... you're not gonna believe this. I don't actually know what that means. Hang on a second. Gary!
What?
Do you know what VPN stands for?
Are you serious?
Well, I'm doing this video.
What video?
The ABCs of the internet. See, we're doing all the letters of the alphabet.
Yeah. And you're on V, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
And you don't know what a VPN is?
Yeah. I mean, no.
Virtual Private Network.
Oh, that makes sense.
You good?
Yeah, thanks. Are you? VPN stands for Virtual Private Network. Whatever that means.
W.
Who is a website where you enter a domain name or IP address and it tells you who it's registered to. The amount of information available varies, but it's often used to get contact details. That's about it. Alright, look guys, I'm gonna level with you. I have no idea how to make this funny. Unless, I don't know, Jeopardy? I take shady VPNs for 500.
This VPN hired a UAE spy as their chief information officer. Compy.
Who is expressvpn.com? Correct. Hi, we tried. But hey, if you're interested, check out our VPN relationship map for more in the shady VPNs category. It's super interesting to see who owns who. Definitely take a look.
X.
Okay, we didn't know what to do for X, so I'm gonna play the xylophone for you.
Y.
YOLO. 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 YOLO!
Z.
A zero-day attack is when a vulnerability or flaw in a system or device is exploited. The attack might be what reveals the flaw, or it might be a known flaw that hasn't been fixed yet. Examples of zero-day attacks include Operation Aurora, WannaCry ransomware, and Zuckerberg's Senate hearing. Yay! We did it! Woo! Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you learned all sorts of stuff about the internet. If you want to see more, feel free to check out our other videos and hit that subscribe button. We've got lots of cool stuff in the works. At least I think we do. Nobody tells me anything. But yeah, stay tuned. Like a radio. Like you tune a radio station. It's not really a radio though, it's the internet, but you know what I mean. Right? Okay, bye.